So my name is Aurelien, and we are going to talk today about a common problem in C++ projects, which is facing long build times. Who are facing some long build times in their projects here? Okay. Good news for you. I've been working, researching, and came here to share my research and hopefully get feedbacks and maybe more tips from you. So basically, one bottleneck where we can improve a lot is mocking steps. So for example, in the project I'm working on, which is more than 2 million lines of code, we have more than 2,500 files to be mocked. It represents 12 minutes just to process all these files for a total of 40 minutes. So it's about 30%, and we are 70 developers working together. So it's, in my opinion, it's a big issue with working with Qt today, and hopefully we will see how to optimize that. So especially on Windows with Visual C++, mock, the fact that you mock your header files, is called on only one core. Whatever the number of core you have, only one is used. So to fix that, I developed a simple, stupid tool called parallel mock that is called instead of mock, and itself it forwards its parameters to mock. And at the same time, it tries to anticipate the next calls to mock, run them right now in parallel, so the next calls will be very fast. So does it solve the issue? Actually, not really. The main bottleneck is not mock itself. Do you know where is it? What's the problem with mock? Why is it so slow? Any guess? It's really simple. It doubles the number of files you have to compile. Of course, for each QObject-dependent class you have, you no longer have one CPP file to build, but 2 files. And because the generated file includes your header, if you have big header files, then it takes quite a lot of time as well. And of course, it applies to all platforms. So Linux guys, it works for you as well. So how to speed up slow builds? Do you have any suggestion? Any experience? What comes in mind, usually? Yeah. Have you heard about Unity builds? Who does know it? Nobody. Be prepared. Unity build is the fact to include CPP files inside a CPP file. So usually you have one unity build.cpp, and it includes a bunch of other CPP files. So it might look very weird, except it works quite fine. But if you Google it, you will discover it's quite a controversial thing. It's not standard, but in my opinion, we don't really care because mock isn't standard itself. And more probably you easily get symbol clashes, especially if you have namespaces, global variables. But in our case, we are dealing with generated code, so it's not a problem, and that's why, in my opinion, it's totally fine to use Unity builds with the CPP file generated by mock. So, but how to implement that? Well, it's really simple, because QMake already supports including CPP file generated by mock. There is mainly 2 syntaxes. This first one includes myClass.mock. Maybe you heard that. It is used when you declare a QObject class in a CPP file. So it automatically generates the mock file. That's not what we want. What we want is to include the mock_myClass.cpp. This is more uncommon, and it's originally designed for in relation with a private slot macro, which is delegating some slots to a private implementation. Quite common in Qt source code, and that's perfect for us. So a cherry on top of that for VC++ projects, because you avoid all the CPP, mock CPP files in the project, it's lighter and faster to load, especially if you have 200 projects, like in my case. So now, time for the risky demo. Where are you? So first of all, how do you easily measure the time needed to mock all your projects? So this is Qt core project. I compiled it already. I just select all the mocked files, delete them, and run the build again. And this is Visual Studio 2013. It's easy to turn some timing things, and if in the end it gives me the total time needed to build the project. So maybe you can't see it here, but we get 4 seconds to compile and more than 5 seconds to run mock itself. So I'm going now to install parallel mock. You just it automatically detects where is mock based on QTDD. You say yes, it copies itself there. So we delete again all the generated mocks. We build again the solution. Wow, now it's using more of my CPU. I'm very happy. It's a bit faster, not that much, but we saved 2, maybe 3 seconds on the mocking, on calling mock itself. So now how to turn on CPP Unity builds. So I did a selection of all the mock files that are related to Qt Core, and I put them in corelib unitymock.cpp. I just have to edit the profile, add it. Of course, I need to call qmake again. Yes. Update. Then I clear all of that and build again. And it will be faster. Here I already note I saved the basic, the timings. So basically, hopefully, my mouse is not working. Yeah. So basically on this project, the improvement is quite low, 16%. But on real project with, legacy codes, with header files that are thousands of lines big, the Unity build part, you can expect much more improvement. So this is a cool thing. So far, we easily improve the timing. Can we go further? Well, can we go better? I did some research, so I'm going to present it here. The first thing is optimizing mock parser. If you feel free to do that, go for it. But what about hacking the file generated by mock as well? Be prepared, especially if you didn't like the Unity build thing, you are going to see some shocking, something shocking. There's no name for that, but as far as I know. But basically, it's, if including the header file is the long thing, why not include the class we are mocking and just redeclare it based on the things we parsed with mock, redeclare it exactly just what we need. So the principle, we only redeclare the symbols needed, and the idea is just to fool the compiler and the linker. And sure, we are breaking the one definition rule, but who thinks it can work? Well, there are a few limitations. First is unknown types. If I have my type as a parameter, what should I do? There's no easy solution. Maybe it's a class, maybe it's a type def, so you can't use it. More important is virtuality. It can't work with virtual slots, because if there is virtual function, you don't have access to the ancestors, so I cannot go in details, but it's a mess, and so it's actually it's better not to apply this strategy on slots and invocable functions. So as a result, this hack could be used on empty QObject classes, or on classes declaring only signals without any slot or invocable function. It's quite limited, but with Qt 5, we do not longer depend on the Qt slots things. We can just provide some plain method. So maybe it could be useful. What is your opinion? Come, share. And you can go in this is the place where you can find the source code of this presentation and the parallel mock project, which is still work under development. And otherwise, thank you for your attention.